And we're back. And we are live. Now, you're probably wondering, what is this icon right next to me? And you're probably going to hear some weird Star Wars sounds coming from that icon, but that's okay. Chewbacca?
Wookie me this, Wookie me that.
Is the Yoda next to you?
Not yet. I'm heading towards the Yoda now.
He's heading, the baby Yoda is going like this. Come to me. So we are on Next Level Tech's YouTube channel. If you have not figured it out yet, this is not my channel. It's Next Level's. He is currently driving home, and so that's why we got the icon. But
yeah, I didn't want to be late, so if I sound a little funky or whatever, I apologize, but I should be home shortly, and then I'll be on my computer and we'll be right into it. But I didn't want to miss the show, and I wanted the show to go on. There's a lot of good topics and conversations that are to be had. And before we get started, I wanted to do a shout out to Roland. So thank you very much for your support and everything you do, when you come out to our channels and being active in the community as well as the Telegram group. So thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks, Roland, for the donation. We would post it up there, but yeah, he's on his phone. Mibson shows up to your shows, but she hardly shows up to my shows. Come on, Mibson, I need my bodyguard.
It's because
the one I
she's Canadian.
Because she's Canadian. Come on, show some love to the Americans. But anyway, how are we all doing? As you guys know, it's Feel Good Friday. Talk Amazon. Let's talk some Amazon stuff. Do us a favor before we even really get started. Grab the link for the show and share it on all the Telegram groups, all the Facebook groups, all the Reddit groups, Twitter, MySpace, and whatever else you got.
MySpace, your space, we all space, we 6 foot social distance space.
The Butcher's in the chat. What's up, Butch?
Hey, Butch, we had an amazing conversation this morning on MS7's channel. So just want to say thanks for that conversation. It was a good one. Maybe we should get the Butch on here because the conversation this morning on MS7's channel was a lot about the Amazon events. And the Butcher definitely had some good points to be made. So if he's around, if you can comment in the chat, I can send him a link. Or Ross, if you want to send him a link, that would be awesome.
Yeah, I'll send him a link. You're gonna have to keep an eye on the tele. Oh, no, not the Telegram. I'll send it to you, Butch, on Telegram if you want to come. If you are available, I'll send it to you in Telly. Where are you, Butch?
So just quickly while we're doing that, Octavia says that she loved the interview yesterday. So if anybody missed that interview yesterday, it was actually a really good meeting of the minds. We had an interview with Ken Mullins from MS7, but it wasn't just about MS7. There was a lot of good, background story to Rojas, myself, Ken, and a couple of the other people in the community. So it was definitely a great conversation. If you missed that, make sure you go over to the Beyond the Streams channel and check it out. We are producing content every day on Beyond the Streams. There was a podcast that was released this morning. It's pretty funny. It was all about the Amazon event and kind of our initial impressions of it. There is a video coming tomorrow, and there's so many good interviews that are coming from some really good YouTubers and people in the community that you guys probably know about.
Yeah. Yeah, stay tuned for tomorrow's video. If you haven't heard the podcast, like Next Level just said, we dropped it. Stay tuned. Now we are gonna be doing something a little bit different with the podcast. We are definitely adding some more people that we're gonna be interviewing. We're gonna be doing some more stuff within the news, so that way you guys are informed on what's going on. There's just so much stuff happening. Now, one of the things I do want to talk about, which is a hot topic right now, is freaking PlayStation, Xbox, what's it called? Just the pre-order mayhem. Some people are super pissed that they cannot get their gaming, their next gaming console that's gonna lead us in like for the next decade, pretty much. But oh, here's Butch. What's up, Butcha? The Butcha.
Hey, hey guys, how are you doing? I'm just making notes for my show, so I'll be doing this. I'm doing well. I hope you are. And yeah, it was a good conversation this morning with Next Level and Sharon and all them on her show this morning. So yeah, it was good. Some good food for thought.
Yeah.
I definitely was at least looking forward to some of the conversations we were having there because I know that you do like your retro gaming and
Hmm.
you do enjoy gaming on your Pi. So I thought that your viewpoints on your perspectives on was something to look forward to. So maybe we can get into a little bit of that if you have some time in a bit.
Yeah, yeah. Whenever I'm just sitting here writing out notes, so I'll jump in whenever you call on me.
Cool. Um, so I did want to I did before we really get into the Amazon thing, I wanted to address the whole pre-orders of everything happening because it's gonna happen to Amazon too. Um, everybody is pissed about this pre-orders, and it's gonna happen again with Amazon when people want to buy something and it just sells out. That's just the nature of the beast. If you think about it, if you really really think about it, I think it's bad for business if a company makes more devices than what they think they're going to sell. So the best thing to do is I would probably go with the last time any company, doesn't matter if it's PlayStation, Xbox, Amazon, doesn't matter what it is, if they launch something new and they said, hey, last time we sold a Fire Stick, for example, or a PlayStation, we sold 10,000 units on pre-order, which was, we sold out. We sold out on pre-order. It happened within a couple hours. Cool. Um, I think it's really good for business how they're doing that because it does put that anticipation of like, oh, I really want this thing. It was sad because a lot of the really hardcore gamers were the ones that were first getting it. And here's the interesting thing. Even if you weren't a hardcore gamer, if you were just there when it happened and you just so happened to get an email or the notifications of when it happened and right time, right place, uh,
Hmm.
some people did get their PlayStation. So I know PlayStation saying sorry. It's not our fault all the different stores decided to release earlier than what we told them to, but we're not in charge of them. They could do whatever they want. Um,
Well, the thing with the pre-orders now is that every single every single market is more diluted than ever before. If you
yeah.
want to look at, even Nvidia, they had the pre-orders and even their launch day for their new graphics card. There's more graphics cards, even themselves. They dilute the market with their own graphics cards all on their own. But then you also have AMD. I'm not even sure what other graphic cards there are out there besides AMD and Nvidia. But and then obviously with the Fire Sticks coming up for pre-order now, there's more streaming devices on the market than there ever was before. I mean, we have the TiVos on the market now. Me boxes are they're trying something. I don't know what they're trying, but
Mhm.
there's just so many devices on the market now for people to choose between. So, um, and I mean, there's so many people that already have the 4K Fire Stick. Do they really want to downgrade or swap out? Kind of it's kind of like a lateral move from a second generation Fire Stick to one of the new light ones. But that's something to be determined once we get our hands on it to see how it actually functions, right? And that all affects stock level. So it's kind of they have to play the market and see how it goes when it launches.
For sure. No, for sure, for sure. And the thing, there was also what was that rumor about? Was it Roland just said? Nice to know how to make bots. Um, no kidding. Like there was people that made bots to buy stuff,
Yeah.
but you know what? But okay. So here's the thing. Here's the thing with all those people that bought bots. It is going to blow up in their face big time because Sony announced, don't worry, we got more coming. We're gonna actually pump the lineup and we're gonna get more for your pre-orders. So I know Amazon's gonna launch some more. Best Buy is gonna launch some more. I think GameStop just launched some more today. I know it's kind of hard. You have to go to the stores and put one in there, try to get a sale. Here's the other thing too. On launch day, if you go, this is what I did last time. If you go to, because I missed it, like the same thing, chaos, like it just sold out everywhere. On launch day, I went to Best Buy. I stood in line. I think I got there like at maybe like 3:30 in the morning. Like I got up really, really early. First time ever doing something like that. I thought it was actually kind of cool. Like I brought a blanket, sat down in the chair, and was just trying to kind of like talking to the people around me. Everybody around me had their receipt pre-order. So I was probably number like 30, 40 something in line. Now this is the coolest thing. This is the coolest thing. About 6:30 ish a.m. Best Buy employees came out and said, "Hey, thank you for being here for the PlayStation launch. If you have a pre-order, stay where you are. Everybody who doesn't have a pre-order, take one step to your right." So everybody was standing up against the wall, big line. Everybody who was waiting to buy one for, if we didn't have a pre-order, step to the side, meaning we didn't have a receipt. And this is what they did. They came out and they said, "We have 100 of these in stock for sale."
That's pretty good stock levels.
Yeah. And they came down and they said, "Okay, you're number 1, you're number 2." They started giving us numbers so that way we could leave and come back. And they said, "Hey, for you guys that are going to come back to buy one, your line's actually going to be over here."
Mm-hmm.
So I went to my car. So you're going to crack up on this. I was number 2. I was number 2. I was like, wait a minute. I was like 30, 40 something. Now I'm number 2. So I went to my car. I dropped off the blanket, dropped off the stuff that I brought, and I went to the other side of the line. About 7:10, 7:15, they started allowing the pre-order people, like 3-4 people at a time, to come in, pick it up, show the receipt, get out. And then about 7:30, they started with the people with the numbers. They called the first person up. He went in there, got his stuff, and took off. Then they let more pre-orders people in. That line was shrinking down fast as they were doing this, because it was just like a conveyor belt, man, just moving and moving and moving. So they came in. I'm over here. Number 2 came in. They're just, "Okay, what is it that you want to buy?" I'm like, "I want your bundle. I want the PS4, 2 remotes, the chargers, the headset, the 2 games, the Geek Squad, the 2 years of the PS Plus. I want the whole thing, like whatever that bundle was." And they had a really good deal that time. Got my stuff, put it in the car, went back inside because they had the early Black Fridays for anybody who has the Best Buy membership.
Yeah.
Went in, got myself my speakers, my Sonos speakers that I still have. Got myself my Samsung TV, my old one that I have, the interchangeable 3D. Got the Blu-ray player. I got a whole bunch of stuff that day. Went home. Early Christmas for me. It was awesome.
It's like, number 2, don't you know who I am?
Yeah.
Number 1.
Don't you know? But this year I didn't have to do that. Well, I'll talk about it later, but yeah, this year I didn't have to do that. I got mine. We're good.
All right, so I mean, we've been live streaming for about 15 minutes already. You want to start getting into a little bit about the event and kind of our second impressions of the devices and some of the releases, since more information has come out now, and a little bit more of our perspectives on some of the devices. Where do you want to start?
I would, I want to start. Oh man, I want to start with that light version, the light stick.
Okay, so here's my this is how I explain the Fire Stick lineup to everybody. Basically, every single Fire Stick is now using the same Wi-Fi chips, the same CPU, the same GPU, and they're all using DDR4 RAM. The 4K Fire Stick has 1.5 gigs, and the 2 light and super light versions, whatever you want to call them, they have 1 gig of DDR4. versus the previous generations of having 1 gig of DDR3. And just changing over from those two different generations of RAM will make a significant difference in the performance of the device, as well as with the CPU that they're putting in there from the 4K Fire Stick.
Yep.
So there's my introduction.
I would say the one thing that again, we're reading what some of the specs are out there. We won't really know too much details until we actually have it in our hands and we have it plugged into the apps that we use so we can see exactly what's in it. I have a feeling with everything being the same, besides the 4K having 1.5 gigs of RAM, while the other two are just rocking a 1 gig of RAM. The one thing I know we did say was we used the word capped, where they're capping it. They're capping where it's not going to push that 4K. You could see where it says they all got Dolby Atmos. One of them is doing a pass through. The other one's all built in, and then the 4K has everything.
Yeah, everything.
So what I would say, just looking at just the video and audio outputs from the Lite to the 3rd gen to the 4K, when we say the word cap, and I thought about this too last night. I'm just there, just watching, my shows. I'm just like, what they did, and this is how we need to explain it. When we say capped, they have programmed the devices. Remember, when you build a PC, you build it how you want it. You could install whatever programs you want. You could do all that stuff. They pretty much program the devices to do certain things. And they're capping it on certain things, so that way you can't try to go in there and say, hey, well, I'm going to add my own Atmos to the Lite. Well, maybe you might not be able to handle it because that software that they're putting on there, you might brick it.
So, software is going to be interesting too, because these two lighter editions that are coming out in the 4K Fire Stick are supposedly coming with Android 9. So I think it's to be expected that either on the 30th of September or prior to this 30th of September, we might see a big operating system upgrade to the 4K Fire Stick.
Now, keep that in mind, everybody. When we say Android 9, Fire OS uses Android 9, but they also have their own Fire OS, their own Fire operating system. They grab that Android version and then they tweak it and customize it to how they want it. So that's kind of where I was going to with it. And I'm glad you pointed out the Android 9. When they grab the Android 9 and they're customize it to the Fire OS, that light version, that software is going to be very specific for light. Same with the 3rd gen. I don't know if the 4K is going to get an upgrade to that interface. I don't know what kind of extra bloatware. I really don't know if they're going to wipe it. If they're going to say, hey, 4K, new update, brand new interface. I don't know if that means we're wiping all the bloatware out. We're wiping everything off of this thing so that way you get the new interface. Or here's the files for the old stuff, but we're going to make it look like the new stuff, which means more bloatware.
Yep. Now, keep in mind, they're basically what they're doing is they're putting it on the same operating system as the Cube. Because if you guys would have noticed, when you guys are sideloading your cubes, it's a little bit different than sideloading a 4K Fire Stick. When you start to sideload your apps and your apps do updates and you have your file link installed and everything else, you have to manually go into the developer options and turn on apps from unknown sources for every single one of those apps. This is something you're going to have to do for all of the devices going forward after the 30th, at least everything but the 4K Fire Stick.
Yeah. And Blaze is saying, what about the new home screen? That's when I say interface, that's what I mean. The home screen, the GUI, the GUI, the interface. That's what the home screen. That's what I'm talking about. And Donald D. Nice is saying he heard that they're all getting it. Now,
I wouldn't doubt it.
I wouldn't doubt it either. My only thing is if they're all gonna get it, I really hope with the Cube and the 4K Fire Stick, I really hope that they wipe out. Well, if they do this, people are going to get mad.
Yeah, clean install. You're talking about a clean install versus a versus an update.
Right. I want a package to come through to say there's a brand new update, but this is going to wipe out your entire device, which means if you have Plex, if you got Disney Plus, if you got Kodi, if you got TV Zion replacement.
TV Zion.
Hey, I said replacements. If you have whatever it is, as much as a lot of people are going to get angry about it, please just, I hope
Roll
Amazon
with it.
updates and just say we're wiping the whole thing clean to put this new interface so it's brand new, not extra bloatware. That's all
They
I
won't.
want.
They're not going to do that.
They
No.
You know why? All right. So we know what we do with the Fire Sticks, and what we know what we're. Let's just say we're more advanced users.
Mhm.
The majority of users of these devices are baby cord cutters or people that have not cut the cord, that are just, this is a supplemental. So you're talking about people that have little to no understanding, knowledge, or care to learn.
Care, yeah.
So I don't see Amazon saying, well, for the 10 or 15% that will love us to clean this all up and make it look better because it'll run better, we're going to piss off the other percentage to do that. If you think about, I think Amazon, there's no way that they'll update it and say we're going to wipe it, or they're going to make it as seamless and as you won't notice a transition, because if you notice a transition, the majority of your just everyday users that make their money off of someone paying to watch a movie. That's the people that Amazon really likes to have on that stick, is people buying the apps and people buying the movies and the TV shows.
Yeah.
Well, those people aren't going to want to have to learn or change nothing. I mean, I as much as I would like it, it's a business. I think they would go the track of least resistance, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But
can we get all the baby cord cutters in the chat to put one?
But here's the thing, Butch. I'll play devil's advocate on that. Though.
Yeah. Okay.
Amazon has done this before, where they've wiped out your entire device.
Accidentally, probably, because
on purpose. I don't remember that. I mean, because we've had that. I've had a Fire Stick some way back. I remember accidents or oops, that was a bugging issue, and it got screwed up, but was never on purpose that I knew of.
I'm curious. Okay, so we'll ask the chat if anybody is I don't know if we want to call them a reseller, but if anybody sells the sticks, or if anybody knows, or if they got the sticks and they use these things all the time. Have you ever heard, or has it, or I guess not, have you ever heard? Have you ever experienced it firsthand, not hearsay? Have you ever seen it where your Fire Stick, you turn it on, because Fire Sticks, they have it set up for when you're not using it to updates go through when they're off. Have you ever turned it back on and all of a sudden all your apps are gone, everything is gone? It's like you're like, what happened? Or did you ever get a notification saying, hey, here is this update, and you go ahead and update, and you come back and then it's all gone?
But the difference is that yes, that happens. But my thing is that's the percentage of people that, and I've had that happen where something messed up. You unplugged the Fire Stick when it was doing something, and you unplugged it and it lost your stuff. Mm-hmm. But that's not the normal. If everybody's did that
at the same time,
yeah, if everybody's update, and the forums would be overwhelmed with mine did that. Oh, mine did that too. Well, mine did it too. Mine did it too. It's just, I could just see the waterfall of that. And again, it goes back to why would they not want to do that? And it's about, because the people that are paying for Sling TV, that are paying for HBO Go, and all those things that are on their thing, if those things get wiped or knocked off, then Amazon has to deal with the backlash of getting that stuff back on by customer service calls. And are you going to want that many customer service calls? I don't know. How do I get my HBO to go back? My Showtime is gone too. Where do I get that? Why is it gone? Okay, you go here. Which, for us, you go to the cloud. It's right there, right?
Right.
You
But
just, but I just don't know if they would do that as a
so
business model.
In the chat, I'm getting some people that said, yeah, they've noticed it. I'm getting some people that said that they've had customers that said stuff about it. But going back to that, though, so this is what I could see happening. Amazon pushed something, and all of a sudden they started getting some people that were complaining that something got wiped out or something's gone or something's whatever. Can't they do an update? And maybe they've already done this where we don't notice it, where they update certain things and you really don't know what kind of an update it was, but it did an update. Maybe it didn't wipe out everything completely. And didn't we get this is the current interface that we're using? This is version 2, isn't it? This is the second interface that Amazon's come up with.
Well, I mean, since the lifetime of all of their Fire devices, this is
Since
probably
the
2 or 3. Yeah.
Yeah. And I do remember, I personally do remember this one where they had the first interface and then the old devices updated to this new one, and then the devices were slow as crap.
Yeah, it's true.
Now here's the question. When they did do that, personally, I had all my apps still there. I don't know if the file was completely deleted from the older version, or if now I just had some extra bloatware sitting on my device.
And that's something I was thinking about too, because we always tell people to have a minimum of 2 gigabytes free on your Fire devices, but there's a lot of people out there who have less than a gig. And when they push this massive operating system GUI update out, it's not going to be a small file. So, I mean, if you do get it and they don't wipe your device, I would probably say wipe it and start fresh anyways.
Yeah. I'm curious. Even okay, so even if we were to say Amazon's not going to wipe everything off because everybody's going to go crazy and they're going to be overwhelmed. But they do update all the interfaces to the latest and greatest, which means the old file might be sitting there, or maybe during that patch, it'll be like a double update. We'll add the new interface. Once it's there, then it's going to delete the old one. That way it's gone. And that way you keep your apps and you have this new interface. I'm curious to know if that's how the process is going to be. And if it's not, if we're doing what you're suggesting, to factory reset everything, wipe everything down to begin with, that stick is going to go back to its original OS in the original interface. And if that's the case, I'm very curious to know if when it does that and it does all the updates, is it going to be the exact same thing?
Wouldn't the and I don't know how this works on the Amazon devices. Wouldn't there be some user data, kind of like there is on the K-Word, that you have your apps, which can be reinstalled. You can wipe and install the interface and changes, but you have user data. So your user data would be your changes, your adjustments, your whatever. So if you save those user data and then update and then reapply the user data, then you would have the apps would be installed that you had, as well as the settings before the update. You see what I'm saying about that? How you could do a fresh install, but save the people's user data. And I don't know how the Amazon's OS works, but I would think that somehow they have your user data in a folder that's a bunch of encrypted files for each thing. And if they basically didn't touch that, deleted and refreshed the GUI, the OS, and then reapplied that user data files back, then you would have your settings the way that you were before, plus you'd have the new settings, the new look. But
I could see those folders and files I know with ES File Explorer, you can get in there and then you could see within those files all the little micro files. Typically, what I always say though is every time you go to file linked, or actually, I'll take it back. When you go to downloader and you get file linked, as soon as it's installed, it takes you back to downloader, and you could either reinstall file link, you could delete the file, or you could just back out of there. I typically always tell people to delete the file because you don't need to. Now, if everybody's deleting the files because they don't need the files, then what you said wouldn't work because it wouldn't be existent anymore. It'll just be
yes, the side loaded. Yes, what you're talking about is the side load things. Because I was just thinking of legit items would still be there because they're all on their cloud.
Yeah,
So
they'll be.
I guess you would. You're correct on if they're side loaded items. I could see where if they did it to what I was saying, they would wipe it and you would lose all your side loaded, but you would not necessarily lose your cloud items. So,
Right.
yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
That cloud would be sitting there. And you know what? The more that we talk about this, if all the old devices, 4K, the Cube, hopefully nobody's on the second gen, but if you are, anything that's using the old interface, I would almost suggest the second that the update comes through, just factory reset the whole thing completely and just install everything from scratch like it was a brand new device, because that would give you more of a safe proof that you're putting everything on there as the newest and latest versions possible.
Well, and we've talked about that. That happens with it's always suggested whenever we when people go from one version of a software to another, you're always better to wipe and clean and just clean the palette, make it nice and clean and then install, because there's always compatibility issues when you upgrade with be it a Windows device or be it the K word. Either way, there's always something that's not going to jive on an upgrade.
Yeah, yeah. So I would probably just suggest that if there is, and I know it sucks for people to do this because they have to start from scratch and they got to do it all over again, but most of us know how this stuff works. If that update goes through, unless you're buying a brand spanking new device, I would highly suggest factory reset the damn thing, start from nothing all over again. Your cloud is going to be there no matter what, because Amazon's got their own cloud, which means you can go there if you got Plex, if you got a VPN like Vanish, if you got Downloader, Disney Plus. There's certain apps on there from the Amazon store that will still be there, and you could easily have it accessible to you. Now, once you do get the downloader, follow the steps to get file linked. If you're like, I really like the file link, go there, get file linked. If it needs a browser because you like that, you could just go to whatever it is, aftvnews.browser, download that, and then do whatever you need to do. And then from there, I would like what you just said with compatibility issues. That'll probably be the first thing I would test out. Like, I would download one app, go into the app, make sure it's good. If it's good, keep it, move on. If it's not good, delete it, find something else.
I think it's a good point that Cyclone makes here. It's like flashing a system partition, because the operating system usually is set up as its own partition where you can't edit the files themselves. So you shouldn't. I mean, potentially with anything like this, you shouldn't lose any data. I mean, they're going to be doing their own testing in the background for sure.
And I think somebody's asking here, isn't the cloud is enabled by default, isn't it?
The cloud is there by default, because if you hold down the home button, it pulls up the cloud of anything that you've used or something inside. You know how it'll have the cloud and it shows you what's been downloaded, because that's how you can pin things to the home page, and it shows you, is it on the cloud or is it on the device? Because like I just set up a Fire Stick for one of my coworkers this past week, and logged on with my account to set it up. And yes, there's downloader and there's, all the apps that I've used in the past are all there. And I can click it and tell it to, hey, put it on this device, or, leave it in the cloud. I don't need it. It's kind of like your, inventory.
Well, I was just gonna ask about that.
There is a way to disable the updates. I believe it's an ADB command. I mean, but the average person is probably not going to figure that out before this rolls around anyways.
Right. And should we recommend to disable the updates? Because
I mean, personally, I don't care for the Amazon updates myself. So, I mean, if it was my personal device, I probably would, but I don't know if I would if I was setting up a device for a family member or a friend.
Because, like, I don't know, when you're looking at, like, okay, so the Fire devices, the Cube or the 4K, whatever it is, these apps, like, remember the Fire OS is dedicated specifically for Amazon. So by disabling the updates for them to enhance whatever it is that they got, apps like Prime, Netflix, Hulu, like all this stuff is going to be very, like, a lot of the stuff that they do will be very custom to that stuff. So by disabling that, wouldn't that essentially, I don't want to say the word harm the other apps, but it would almost cap those apps out where you won't get the extras, whatever.
Well, I mean, there should be two updates. There should be updates for applications and updates for the operating system itself, right? But one of the things that I'm going to mention about this, now this is only my opinion. It's not nothing against anybody who's doing this or anybody who's putting this out there, is that sometimes Amazon will look at people who are doing these kind of things and do an update that removes those ADB commands. Sometimes Amazon has come out with things that have blocked, for instance, launchers. When TDUK, for instance, started doing launchers on his 4K Fire Stick, he came out with an app, and it automatically set up the ADB command so that you could switch to different launchers on the Fire Stick. And then Amazon came out with an update, and it stopped that ADB command from working. So, I mean, we can try to do all these things, but at the end of the day, Amazon's a lot bigger, a lot more powerful, and has a lot more money than we do, and they can figure out a way around it. And if you give that device to somebody else, and all of a sudden they turn it on one day and it looks completely different, or it functions completely different, then you're going to get those calls anyways, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, it's up to you guys which way you guys really want to go with it. It really is. I mean, if it's for my own device, I have no issues doing whatever the hell I want to do with my own devices. I'll mess around with it, because at the end of the day, if I F it up, that's me, and I'll figure out how to fix it.
Yeah. And you know what? It's going to be very interesting. I know we're talking about, like, block the updates from Amazon if they are going to do this whole interface GUI update. We're not really going to know. Remember, a lot of this stuff that we're talking about is, we can see some of the specs coming, we can see what it's going to look like, but when it comes to what is it actually going to really do, it's going to be based on pure speculation. We're not going to know until we actually get our hands on it and we actually start messing with it.
All right, Butch, thanks very much for jumping on. Everybody, the Butcher's show starts at 5:00 Eastern Standard Time. Yep. So as this show ends, his show will start over. So we always jump over. We show him some love. Butch, anything you'd like to tell the good people before you jump off and get ready for your show?
No, I mean, I enjoy being on you guys' show, and I enjoy the information we get. I love the different thoughts, and I love the education you guys have and the knowledge that you share, and we all have an open discussion, even if we don't agree on everything. Great discussion. So yeah, have a good show. I'm going to go ahead and prep up my show and get things sorted, and I'm always welcome. And thank you guys for always rating my show. I love it when you guys direct people over to my show, and we're all here to help each other. And if you guys are able to jump on the show, I'll send you out the link, and either one of you two are more than welcome to join.
Awesome. Sounds good, man.
Okay. Okay. Take out. Peace out, y'all. We'll see y'all. Thank y'all.
Take care, buddy.
Man. It's always good to have a conversation with Butcher. Dabs has been around a long time, carries a lot of experience and knowledge with him. Not just with streaming, but he also has the retro gaming and his pies and his pie holes and whatever else you want to call. It's really good when it comes to Premize and Premizer and Plex. He has a lot of great knowledge, a lot of different things.
Plex. Your pues.
So I seen some comments in the chat when I started talking about launchers. Yes, there was an update which allows you to change the launcher again. 100%. I'm not doubting that. I've seen it, right? But all I'm saying is Amazon has a lot more resources than we do. And these, at the end of the day, are their devices. If they choose to stop that new launcher from working, they can do it.
If you build it, they would come. Yeah. So this is it's just a lot of stuff, guys, that we're trying to like figure out of what's coming, and we're trying to get you guys the right information as much as we can. Like, you know, to be really, I guess, transparent about this stuff. It's we're learning this as along with you guys. So I honestly can't wait. I have both of them coming already my way too. So I can't wait for them to show up. And so that way I could dissect it and put the apps in there and then see what it does. Cause you never know. Like absolutely. You just never know what these things are going to do.
I do think this is definitely a good update. It's bringing a lot of good things to a good value. I mean, even if you look at the second generation stick, the price didn't really change, but now it's bringing a lot better Wi-Fi to it. It's bringing Bluetooth 5.0. It's bringing a faster, snappier experience. It's also bringing the ability to now add in OTG. And that's something that the older ones didn't have the capability of doing. So you can definitely do more for less when it comes to these devices. You just can't do the 4K. But I mean, a lot of people, definitely the people that say if it's free, it's for me. Those are the people that aren't necessarily interested in 4K anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because I mean, let's be real. If you're getting free 4K files, chances are you're going to have buffering on somebody's end.
And keep in mind, real 4K, not something that says it's 4K.
Not those 2 gig 4K files. You don't want those?
Oh man. If anybody says that we're in 4K quality right now, we are not. We look good. It's only 1080p. I'm sorry. Yeah. And then real quick, guys, as we're on the chat, Rick S, much appreciated. Make sure everybody does hit the thumbs up. It always helps the channel out. Much appreciated. Are the new, do you know Next Level? I know you're in northern United States.
Oh my god.
Do you know are the new 1080p sticks hitting Canada the same time they're coming to the US? They sure are.
This is Amazon.ca. This item will be released on September the 30th. You can pre-order and add to cart now.
There you go, guys. Well, pre-order versus actual launch.
Well, when I pre-ordered mine, it said that I would receive it on launch day.
Okay, so should be cool. Hopefully we both get ours around the same day.
That'd be cool.
It's Amazon Prime. I don't know how shipping is up there, up in the north, but here in the States, it's a day or two with Prime. Sometimes even within the same hour or two.
I'm just checking my order to make sure. Let's see.
Canuck says there's nothing on that chin. Not
It's coming. It's coming. Okay.
I don't grab anything down here. It's just I just go like this.
I'm not even looking at the screen, so I don't want to know what you're trying to grab.
Grunt, are y'all getting the light or the one with the good remote? Both.
Yeah, we got to get both.
We got to get both. We got to check it out. We got to do all the. We have to look and see what's in it. You know, we have to look and see what's in it. So Hell says 11 haters. It's like one person with 11 accounts. That's all it is. And keep in mind, it still helps the channel. A thumbs is a thumbs. We love the thumbs up, but we'll accept any thumbs down also. And somebody was asking what I was drinking. Black iced tea lemonade, no sugar, from good old Starbucks. Yeah, guys, I'm very disappointed. I would have to say though, with this whole Amazon launch. I'm very disappointed with the light version and the Gen 3. I really wish that the Gen 3 would have been the light version. If they would have done this, I think a successful Amazon product day for these Fire things for me. I know we've talked about this several times, and I kept thinking about this last night. If the 3rd gen Fire Stick, if they made that the light version, $30, and they said, hey, you know what? The 4K Fire Stick, we're going to leave it as is, and we're going to change that to $40. And let's launch, and I know we talked about it several times. Let's launch the 4K Fire Stick Plus or the 2nd gen 4K Fire Stick at $50 or $55. I think that would have been successful. Like, it would have been huge.
So what if they're just waiting for Google's launch on the 30th of September, which is the same day that these Fire Sticks get released, which is interesting. Right? And they're waiting to see what they do with Sabrina. And then on the 1st of October, they do another live event and say, here's the new Cube and the new 4K Fire Stick.
Okay, I would not be mad. I don't want to see any more Fire Sticks. If they're going to say this is the 2nd gen 4K Fire Stick, but we're only going to have 3 Fire Sticks, we're not adding a 4th, even though we really wanted that plus. Okay, I'm good. 2nd gen 4K Fire Stick, give us a little bit more power. And then with the, what is it? The Cube, if they could do a Cube new updated version, okay. Make it. Oh man. I keep having this. We've had this conversation before, and I know we were going back and forth about this yesterday, but check this out, man. The Nvidia Shield has their remote and has their Nvidia Shield GeForce Now, where you could game, and it has the power and everything. Run with this with me, okay? Just run with it. If they did a Cube Plus and said we're gonna charge $160, $170, let's go 170, $170. We'll include that cool looking remote. Instead of hexacore, we're going octa-core. I really thought about this one. Instead of what is it 16 gigs of memory?
Yeah.
16, keep it 16 gigs of memory. I don't need any more than that. Keep it 16 gigs of memory. Give me 4 gigs of RAM. Give me DDR5. Give me the latest chipset. Give me something good with Amlogic. And dude, with Luna on that device, now you got, and I'm going to take the word out because I know people will say Nvidia is so powerful with what they do, but the thing is that nobody uses Nvidia. They don't use Nvidia's true power. They're just like, oh, I'm going to stream my Netflix. It's like, you can do that on a Fire Stick, on a 2nd gen. You could shoot, for crying out loud. You could do Netflix on the light stick. You don't need an Nvidia Shield to do that. But if the Fire Cube, if they did this whole plus, added more power to it, and they said we're going to add this remote to it with Luna to compete direct, this will be a direct competitor to the Shield. Because if they could say, hey, ours streams just as good as the Nvidia Shield, our gaming platform streams just as good as the Nvidia Shield, all we really care is this thing going to buffer or not? And if it streams good, if it plays good, if the interface is snappy and smooth and everything just works really, really nice, it doesn't have to have Nvidia's graphics card in there. As long as this sucker has that power to do it and it runs smooth, dude, this could be a direct competitor to the Shield without putting all those specs. You don't need 265 cores. Nobody knows how to do it.
So,
and you know where I'm going with it.
I wouldn't be mad if they didn't change the processor in the Cube. And the only reason I'm saying that is because the next generation of Amlogic top of the line chips aren't even out yet. And look how long the Nvidia Shield ran their same Tegra processor. It was legit for like 4 years, 4 or 5 years straight. Right? Same processor, right? That processor that's in the Cube is not a bad processor. It's almost as good as the Tegra X1 and the pretending X1 Plus. I don't even know if that chip exists or not.
Rick says, Rojas, you should work for Amazon in the development department.
The Rojas development department.
Imagine, hell yeah, dude. Are you kidding me? I would go in there and be like, look, guys.
Well, we've had a conversation about this. I mean, we talked about Elias, right? How Elias had to step away from AFTV News, and he got a job in the development department of Amazon, and he has non-disclosure agreement signed. Like, he has information, behind the scenes information about what's going on, what's coming out, all the other leaks. But he's actually made posts on his website saying, I can't disclose anything for legal reasons. So, I mean, we've had this conversation. If Amazon came to you and said, hey, you got to drop all your YouTube stuff and come work for Amazon, that's a hard one.
You know what? If okay, I'll think about. I'll tell you this: if Amazon did say, Amazon's not too far from me, actually. If
Amazon's everywhere.
Well, their main headquarters, one of their main headquarters. If they were to say, hey, if I could come on part-time just to go there and just rant about what the hell are you guys thinking about that light? You know what I mean? I would do it if it was part-time. I would do it as if it was part-time. All I'm going to say is I've been approached once or twice and I had to say no. I can't. But YouTube doesn't give you health benefits and a pension. Yeah, it does. If you know how to do it. YouTube doesn't do it. You have to do it for yourself.
You got to be benefit savvy.
Yeah, I got everything working through this thing. Yeah.
So I don't know how much more we want to talk about these devices until we actually get it in our hands. There's just so much that we don't know with a little bit that we do know about them. I don't really want to talk about too much of the other stuff. We are ending the show in about half an hour. We are going to be doing some giveaways. What are you looking at? What's wrong with your face over there?
Half an hour?
15 minutes? What do you want?
We usually go an hour.
We usually go. We aim for an hour.
Oh, man.
It always runs into Butcher show. You know that. We can't stop that.
When does Butcher go live?
Did I really just say what?
35
What did
minutes?
I say?
Oh, Butch goes on in 35 minutes. I see what you're trying to do.
What did I say?
What did he say, Flick Chick?
I won't remember what I said.
Hey, did you get your haircut? Speaking of shaving.
No. It's coming soon. Thanks, Brooke. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Just like they could blacklist your device, who's blacklisting your device?
I don't know.
Baby Yoda. Oh, Baby Yoda.
Oh, they're asking for the Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda. Baby.
Okay, but who's okay? Who wants a Baby Yoda? Like, put a 1 in the chat if you want to win the Baby Yoda. Put a 2 in the chat if you guys have no idea what I'm talking about. Because I've been talking about this for about 2 days now, saying I'm going to give away one on my show. I gave away one on Rojas's show yesterday. I need
Hey, while they're thinking about that Baby Yoda, I had an idea.
Okay.
This was a dream. This came in a dream format.
We got prophecies coming now.
We got prophecies. Buzz is rolling his eyes. He's like, one, I have to.
Because he has to get it from Ibsen.
Oh, yeah. So do you want to hear what my thing is?
Okay, fine.
Okay. I'm going to ask everybody in the chat. I know you know what it is, but if you were here in the show, in the Rojas live show yesterday, What did I call the Amazon device? We changed her name. We were no longer calling her a word. What were we calling her? What were we calling her? We didn't call her Baby Yoda.
For anybody that put a 2 in the chat, I am giving away a Baby Yoda, a legit 12-inch Baby Yoda.
And I'm getting one too. By the way, Mike C said it first, Juanita, and then Flick Chick, and yeah, so we're all saying it. Juanita. Juanita.
It comes with the cup, the frog, and the ball. I can't
Adriana.
ball.
No, we called her Juanita, Octavia. So, okay, so this is my proposal. Next level. I want to do a parody on our channels about Juanita. I know you could do your voice a certain way, and I could do a certain way. And I'm thinking about doing a Juanita. Like, hey, Juanita, can you do like, hey, Juanita, how do I get to the next level? You know?
Yo, if you could call it Maria, I'll have flashbacks because here's a silly story. But after school, my brother and I would come home, and the only thing that would be on would be the Spanish soap operas. So we would put it on the TV, and we would turn off the sound, and we would do the sound effects and the vocals for it. So it'd be like Maria.
So
Maria, what's the weather?
Maria. ¿Por qué Maria? Hey, Juanita, do my dishes. I don't know. Maybe we could do. I don't think it'll work on the podcast. I think we're gonna actually have to like film ourselves and do this. But if you guys want to see this, Juanita, how do I get to the next level? Let us know. Novelas, exactly. Yeah, if you want to do that giveaway. And actually, you know what? I want to buy one off of you.
What, the Yoda?
Yeah.
Man, get out of here.
I want to buy 10.
Who says I have 10?
No, 20 then. Give me a quick second. BRB.
I'm pretty sure this is the same Yoda that I have. Look at this thing. Oh, wait. Mine doesn't have sound, though. But it's the same size. Yeah, mine doesn't have sound. I don't think mine has sound. I haven't opened the box yet, so I have no idea. But it looks exactly the same. So somebody was asking where I got it from. This is the Canadian Amazon Prime. I'm not going to say where I got it from, but... My trunk says I have 10. This is true. I did buy a couple because the second season is coming out, and people are going to want these for Christmas, and they're going to be sold out. So if you could find them, buy them. That's what I gotta say. I'm not going to be doing a mask giveaway today. I'm doing a Yoda giveaway, and we're probably going to start the giveaways in about 10 minutes. Yeah, if you guys are part of the next level membership in the Telegram group, I've been posting pictures of these baby Yodas for like 2 weeks. Yeah. What? There was a Freshco that had O. Henry's for 10 cents? What? I will walk to your house and sit on your porch until Yoda comes in. Where? Is that only in the area in which you live, or is that all across Canada? Because I'm about to run over to a grocery store after this and grab me some O. Henry bars. All right, you guys want to do like 5 minutes of a Q&A, and then we'll get into the giveaways once Rojas gets here? Yeah, I'm not driving all the way to one location to buy O. Henry bars. I mean, I like O. Henry's, but not that much. I'm sorry. Bring Yoda. It's a trick. You're tricking me with free candy to steal my Yoda. It's not gonna work. I hope you guys have really been enjoying these live streams. I think I talked about it in the beginning of the show, but for anybody, for anybody that missed the beginning of the show, next Friday, I'm pretty sure. I mean, anybody is welcome to go verify this, but next Friday should be Rojas and I's 50th live stream together. 50. Can you believe that we've done 50 live shows together? So I went back on my channel. This is the 24th live show that I've done with Rojas on my channel. And we always do Thursdays and Fridays. So logic would tell me that we've done 24 on his channel, which would make 48. And then next Thursday on his channel would be 49. And then next Friday on my channel would be 50. Crazy. 50 episodes. So just to throw some other numbers at you guys, today was our 39th podcast that we've dropped so far. Beyond the Streams has had 39 podcasts, which also means there should be somewhere around 35 to 39 videos. In the beginning, when we started Beyond the Streams, the videos and the audios were kind of split a little bit differently. So thank you, Mike C, for becoming a member. I really do appreciate it, man. It does go into things like me giving away Yodas. So thank you very much. You give me the Yoda and nobody gets hurt. Yo, these Yodas are sick. Juggernaut. We're talking about Juggernaut. Juggernaut's not here, is he? Yeah, so here's a good question then. What do you guys want to see for our 50th live show? Rojas was asking me what I want to do, but I think it's really up to you guys. It's you guys that come out to these live shows or have been for the last 50 episodes of them. So what do you guys want to see? You guys are funny. What do you guys want to see for our 50th live show together? Do you guys want us to forget tech altogether and do a Q&A? What do you guys want to see? Yeah. Oh, man. A look back at the journey. Like, how do we do that live? I mean, there's a way that we can do it where it wasn't live, where we would take clips and make an edit together, maybe. Actually, Bittersweet is amazing at doing that stuff. Explosions. Oh, so you want us to get drunk for our 50th episode? Is that what you want?
Explosions.
Naked girls and explosions. I mean, this what do you think, Ross? What should we do? Interview each other? I mean, we kind of do that every single episode of Beyond the Streams, though. You get a little bit more of us every single episode.
I think what we should do, we haven't done this in a long time. I think we should do this. Why don't next week on Thursday open up the forum for you guys to ask us whatever you need help with?
Now, would you want those people to ask live, like they join StreamYard one person at a time and they ask a question live? And as long as they're respectful, they have, no shoes, no shirt, no service. You're not allowed on Telegram if you're not wearing clothes.
They could, they could either, if they're not shy, they could come here and ask us questions, or if they're shy, they could then do it on the chat. The only thing is we might have to slow down the chat, because if you guys are asking questions for us to answer them, we don't want to miss a question. And sometimes the chat does get a little bit crazy. So I think maybe we should do that. Live tour of your home, your whole home in place.
That would be legit boring on my side because I don't have a very big place.
Not my place.
Yeah, so that'd be boring. You wouldn't want to see my place. Believe me, you wouldn't.
My place, I got a freaking robot going around downstairs right now cleaning my floors. MTV Cribs.
So, Shrinkin' Sharon, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but if I gave you my hair routine, you would be mad at me. Just how it goes. I'm a dude, so I don't have a hair routine. I mean, I shampoo it. I may condition it every few months, but my hair's pretty freaking healthy.
So glow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just an idea. Like I think that'll be cool. If you guys like that, we could probably do something like that.
I can probably hook up my Fire Stick or whatever device you guys want to the live stream, and then if you guys ask questions, then I can probably do it on the screen.
do a Q&A while you're getting drunk. We could, yeah, you know what? I don't know about you. I would be down to taking a couple shots.
It's Friday. I mean, it's Friday. I don't have to take my son to school the next morning.
Well, if we do it on mine Thursday.
Oh, wait. Okay, here's the other question. Do you want the 50 episode to be a 2-day special?
Because the 50th is on a Thursday, right?
I thought it was on a Friday.
I don't know.
Because according to my calculations, this is my 24th episode on my channel, which means the 24th episode on your channel should have been yesterday. So that would have been 48.
Oh, you're right.
Well, I mean, you're more than welcome to go do the math. I mean, I'm not going to say I'm any kind of mathematician. You guys have seen the videos if you guys are the members of the Rojas squad.
Sven says, I want a 50-hour live stream. You know what would be interesting? And I don't know if anybody wants to watch this. We should start like super early and go on for like hours. like hit up all the UK people. So we could do this. We could start at like 10 a.m. and then end it by 6 p.m. my time. 10, 11, 12. That's 1 p.m. your time to 9 p.m. your time. That way we could take a break in between and, use the bathroom if we have to, eat food, shower, something.
I mean, there is a way that we could do it, and we could do it on both channels because we've done this. We could live stream on both channels, and we could take turns if we need to take a break.
So it'll be if we were to do a, what did I say? 10 a.m. 10 a.m. my time is 10, 11, 12, 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. UK. It'll be 6 p.m. UK.
I don't know. I mean, I would probably be the first one to pass out because I'm a lightweight. I hardly ever drink. I mean, if I drink two beers or ciders or whatever on a live show, I'm already like pretty nice by the end of the live show.
Yeah. And
I don't drink very often, so
Flick Chick, trust me, we have a live. So for us to pause everything to do this would be we need help. All right, somebody bathe me real quick. Give me a wet washcloth.
I mean, I don't mind doing gaming, but I'm horrible at games. But I'll game. I have an Xbox. He has a PlayStation.
Fortnite it.
We could probably. I've never played Fortnite. You guys are just gonna laugh at me.
I'm gonna be so pissed. Throw in some gaming. Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Yo, JJ Cord Cutters, don't let my show affect your show. You do you. Don't worry about it, man.
Yeah.
Like if your show ever runs over my show, like I'll never feel anyways. I'm not like that at all. If I'm going to be drinking something of an alcoholic nature, it's generally ciders. I like ciders. I know it sounds kind of weak. I used to drink a lot of like scotches and whiskeys. I'd mix it with ginger beer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You know what? Maybe hit us up in Telegram with some suggestions, but we're probably going to start with the Yoda.
Oh man. I have 2 shields, and I hear Rojas say we do not use the full potential of the shields. What are we missing, such as gaming, streaming? What else is there?
Okay, well, there's if you're looking to use a shield to its full potential, there's three things. Or do you think there's more than three? You know, I'm gonna say my three, and you're probably gonna have something to add to it. You want me to start?
Go for it.
All right. So you have your streaming, obviously, right? And then two, you have your gaming. But then three, you also have the ability to run a server, a media server off of your shield. People have ran Plex servers off of their shields. There's just because of the power that it has, there's so many things that you can do with it. Unfortunately, I think now I don't own the shields anymore, but I think that the older shields are a lot better at running the Plex server than the newer ones. That's just my opinion. It doesn't look like they're made for that anymore, but I could be wrong.
You still can with the new ones. It still has that ridiculous processor on there, but you could run that as a dedicated server easily. You could do so much. You could do so much with it. Like when people think of, so typically everybody who owns any kind of streaming devices are only worried about their download speeds. That's it. Nobody's ever worried about their upload speeds because they're not uploading anything to anywhere, or they're not giving anybody access to anything. They're just worried about the down. But that thing is a huge beast on the upload side of things too. And nobody talks about it because the closest thing that people talk about it is like, well, you could use a Plex, you could use MB, but what about a home network? You could run a home network off of that thing, but people don't do it. I forgot who we talked to about it during the Beyond the Streams. You guys might just have to stay tuned to one of our episodes, but you do have to stay tuned to one of our episodes. I just remembered her name. She ran her own home media server not using Plex. And you can do it on that Shield thing, but just people don't know how to do it. And they just say, well, I guess you could use Plex. And yeah, but what Francis says, Plex does have some limitations. There's certain things that you can do, but there's some people that really don't care. They just want to watch stuff, which is fine, which is no problem with that.
There is somebody that we interviewed for Beyond the Streams, and I'm talking like 5 years ago. They created their very first Kodi build on the Nvidia Shield. So I mean, there's so much you can do with it. It's an Android device at the end of the day. So there is a lot of things you can do with it.
Mm-hmm. For sure. So yeah, lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff there, and there's a lot of people that say, well, they used to say, people used to be so, they used to say, get the Shield is the best device. Didn't really tell you how it's the best device. They just say, well, Nvidia has a good popular name. It's like, well, why don't you talk about all the cores? Why don't you talk about the processor? Why don't you talk about everything that makes it good? Not just, hi, my name is Shield. My name is Nvidia. Give us the specs. Give us the good stuff. What is it? What to watch the NFL for free? If you want a headache, there's Mobdro, there's
LiveNet, Redbox,
there's
Oreo just updated. I can't do any videos on Oreo because they'll flag my channel and give me a strike right away. So
yeah.
I mean, that's another one.
There's so many. When it comes to anything with live streaming, like especially that, I don't mess with the free stuff because it sucks. But yeah, you could do there's plenty of stuff out there. Just hit up Next Level Up later. Hit Next Level Up on his non-existent email, nextlevel@gmail.com.
No,
Next
not
tech.
my name.
nextleveltech@gmail.com. That's how you can get hooked up.
You're not my dad.
Yeah, so Patty D, I know we probably didn't give you too much information, but we try to give it in we could be on here like to really say, hey, this is what you can really do with this thing. But just wanted to give you the gist of it, and we'll probably do a video soon. Well, I don't know how soon. We'll try to get to a video of what is the actual full potential of what you can do with that device, because there's some crazy stuff that you can do with that device. Let's see. Plex versus MB. What's the best? I think that's based on preference, right?
Well, if you have a live TV service, it's easier to do it through MB than it is through Plex. Otherwise, also take a look at Jellyfin. Jellyfin is open source and it's free. There are some features and functionalities in MB and Plex that do cost additional money. So if you're looking for a free program, then check out Jellyfin as well. I haven't used that a whole lot, so I can't really give you too much information. I don't know
Connor,
what this means. How to promote Telegram? Like, just share the link if you want to.
link will be in the description. You got to grab the link, and then the robot Streamlabs robot is putting it up there.
think
And Streamlabs just put. I know Connor, you were asking for my YouTube channel, so he just put my YouTube channel. Right there.
Streamlabs is on point, eh?
Shoot, getting to work. And then if you are interested too, I have a bit.ly link for my YouTube channel. Just bit.ly/Rojas Reviews. Very simple. Very simple.
Donald, I'll have to take a look at it a little bit later. The bots have been acting a little sassy lately on all channels. I mean, I'm permanently banned from Juggernauts because of his bot too, so I'm gonna have to fight with it later.
Yeah, I just ended up deleting some bots. I'm just like, you know what? Screw you, hippie. Get out of here. Yeah.
The green screens, it depends on what you want to do with it. I mean, you can make simple ass green screens by just going and buying the material and hanging it up behind you. You could even paint the wall behind you green if you wanted to. The one that I have that I use is a portable green screen. I'll show you what it looks like.
Use your side camera so they can see sideways.
I don't have a side camera.
I thought you had your camera to the side here one time. Oh, use your phone then. Use your phone, your StreamYard, so you can show the side view.
Nah, because then they'll see my messy apartment. I don't want to do that.
Oh man, they'll see your diapers on the floor, your dirty diapies, your
I don't know what
man
you're talking about. I don't wear diapers.
your man thong. He noticed he didn't say he doesn't wear them.
I wasn't even paying attention.
Mm-hmm. Oh man.
I mean, here's a simple one right here. Move out of here. Get off
With
my
green
screen.
screens, they're pretty much you could grab a white sheet. The thing is that whatever sheet you use, we normally like to use green screens because that's like a color that a lot of people don't use too much. But you could really use any color. It has to be solid though. Yeah, you could do blue, you could do green, you could do all kinds of stuff.
This one looks interesting. I mean, it looks pretty simple, and it's only $70 on my Amazon. Probably cheaper for you in the States. But there's so many different options you can go with. And then this one comes with, you can pack it up in your little carrying case and take it away. There's a lot of different options. You don't have to spend a lot of money to build a studio.
Yeah, you could use a bed sheet just as long as it's solid color. There's so many options. Like you said, you could paint the side of your wall. You could do all kinds of stuff. Just make sure if you do use a green screen, don't use a green shirt.
Yes. That's why when you saw I put Baby Yoda on the screen, I kind of turned off my green screen setting.
Show your Baby Yoda real quick with the green screen on.
Okay, I'll do that.
Oh, you can still see it.
Oh, he's still kind of, hey.
It's probably because of the glare.
Maybe.
It's not picking it up. So yeah, most of the time, if it's the same color, then it'll do something funky with it.
I don't think I have any. I mean, if I show you my Hulk, his face might be a little funky.
What up, Dallas? No, it looks a little bit, but not
a little bit, but not bad.
No. What's up, Dallas?
See, look, I'm holding a bottle cap in my hand.
Oh yeah, you can't see it. There you go.
Where did it go? I keep dropping it. Sorry, guys. Okay, let's get into giving away this Baby Yoda. And then we're all gonna jump over to Dabs, the Bocha.
Explosions. Mibs.
Okay. How do we want to do this, Baby Yoda? What do we got? 68 people.
How about this? Make it easy. If you want in the drawing for Baby Yoda, press 1. If you want Baby Yoda, press 1 once. Don't press 1 a whole bunch of times. Just do it once.
We're not doing the giveaway until we hit 70 thumbs up. So the quicker we hit that 70 thumbs up is the quicker you get a Loda. Let's see. Whoa, that's kind of trippy. Well, that doesn't work the same.
Smash that thumbs up.
Hit those dang thumbs up. So once we hit 70, we're going to give away this Yoda. Guys, this is not a typical mass giveaway that I've been doing a lot lately. This is actually a decent item. Like, you're going to want to either keep this or give it to a child or steal it from a kid and make them cry because you want the Yoda that bad. What are we at? We at 70 yet?
Not yet. I'm counting how many people are pressing the number 1 to see who wants in.
We're at 68. Lady Boda. $70, right?
71. Everybody who hit the thumbs down, you're already disqualified.
Somebody gave me a thumbs down when I asked for more thumbs up. Yes.
If you want in, you could always switch it over. It's up to you. We still love you.
Number is going to be, what do you think about a range?
I just put the range in the private.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a number that I've never picked before. I mean, yeah, but how about that?
That works.
That works, right?
Okay, here we go. Next level. Are you ready?
Are we doing the whole 1 number, 3 number?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should.
Okay. This is how it's going to work, guys. This is how it's going to work. Mibsyn, please don't be nervous. We don't need you to have a nervous breakdown. You need to be my bodyguard. Here we go. So, members get 1 number. If you are not a member, wait, I said that backwards. Members get 3 numbers. Members, if you are a member of the next level's beard squad,
it's going to be a chicken wing squad because I have no beard anymore.
The chicken wings, if you are part of next level's chicken wing squad, you guys get 3 numbers. The members of next level get 3 numbers. If you are not a member, you get 1 number. 1 number only. Do not put more than 1 number or you automatically get DQ'd. We might put you on timeout because that means we got to redraw the whole thing and it takes time. And we don't want to be
Queen.
So the range is, don't put numbers yet. Don't do it.
Guys, we make these giveaways really easy. Look at the size of, look, check out the size of my range.
All right, here we go. The range is 1 through 20. The range is 1 through 20. On your mark, get set, and go. 1 through 20. 1 through 20.
Oh, that was so close.
Ooh. And there goes all the numbers.
Seriously? Nobody's got this yet?
There's a lot of duplicates.
Oh, there we go. But let me just make sure. Okay, there I remember. That was the 3rd number they put in. I'm going to just verify it with Rohosky over here. Yep, that's who I have too.
We got a winner, chicken dinner. And it's a member of the next level's chicken wings.
The winner is winner number 4. No, the number is number 4. The winner is Elias. So Elias, I will be. I'm sorry, Mibsyn. I'm so sorry. Maybe. Okay, here. How about this? Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this right, just because I don't want the show to go any longer.
We got 3 minutes.
if we can think about a clever way to do a giveaway in Telegram, then I'll do a giveaway in Telegram. Won't be today. Elias, I have.
You want to show him what he won, just in case he missed it?
Fine.
Elias, congratulations. You won a baby Yoda. Make sure you feed him, you nurture him. You don't need to change his diapers because he just shits and pisses wherever he feels like it anyway. So you are good to go. Just don't piss him off because the force is strong with that one. Just saying. Just saying.
Guys, thank you so much for all your support. All the love that you guys show us every single week when you guys come out. All the help that you guys give us in the chats, in the social media groups, all that kind of good stuff. Look at his face. I know you're talking about me. Look at my face. No, I'm joking. Rojas, anything you want to say to the good people before we jump off and let Butch take care of them?
Make sure you guys stay tuned. We're gonna have a premiere tomorrow on Beyond the Streams. We're gonna be talking about the Amazon event. We're gonna be talking about all the devices, and we go into detail. It's gonna be a really good show, so make sure you guys do stay tuned to that. Also, next week is gonna be our 50th shows of the live shows together. So we're gonna do
Something different.
Who knows what we're gonna do? We're gonna maybe open up the forums for people to come in. It's gonna be great. Make sure before you do leave me, you do hit that thumbs up because it does help the channel, and we appreciate every single thumb that we get. And yeah, make sure you guys do have a good weekend. And I'll drop the butchers.
Yeah. If everyone can drop the Butcher's link, let's all go over there, show him some love. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. Yeah, can I post the Telegram link? Guys, if you ever just want to see the Telegram link, all you guys have to do, if you want to put Streamlabs to work, you just put an exclamation mark and the letter T. That's it. And then once you do that, Streamlabs gets woken up, and he's like, "You looking for telegrams? Because I got the telegrams that you need." See?
Yeah, there you go. So the telegram just popped up right away.
Yeah, because I put this, and that's actually a command for Streamlabs to do this. I mean, if you guys want to try it, everyone put this in the chat.
All right, I just dropped the butchers. It's exclamation and the T, Mibson.
Yeah.
I just dropped the butchers live show. So if we could all go over there as soon as we're done and tell them that next level's beard missing has sent us. There you go. Smack that thumbs down. Oh, yeah. Now the Telegram.
Yeah, here it goes. See? Everybody who did that, now Streamlabs is like, "You want Telegram? Here's your Telegram." All right, guys. Enough love, enough respect for all your support every week. Thank you for Rick S. and Roland for the donations today, as well as the new member that joined the squad today. There is a members-only Telegram group, so you can find that on the community tab in YouTube. I will probably make another post sometime during this weekend. We're going to get this rolling, get it out of here, jump over to the Butcher because he has a sick intro to his live streams, and I absolutely love it. So make sure you jump over there, you meet us there, and connect with us during the week in the Telegram groups. We do no longer have a Facebook group. The Android TV Facebook group is no more. Enough love and respect for everything you guys do, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.
Peace out.